Welcome to Tallahassee, Florida, and Doak Campbell Stadium, home to some great Heisman Trophy winners, legendary coaches, and today the Seminole War Chant will be rocking this place. What a showdown we have in store. A couple of Big 12 teams squaring off in what could prove to be a huge game. The Sun Devils will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles offense is on the field for the first time today. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls, you can play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways that this guy is very dangerous.
Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. The Noles are on the move. Handoff to the lone back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Brown. Pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They're trying to get to him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
So Arizona State's offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He'll pull it on the read. Still running at the 40. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. And the Sun Devils moving quickly to the line.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch. As you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts, and I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count.
Off to the races to the right. Touchdown, Arizona State. And once he got loose, it was all over.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Second down coming up. Give to Brown. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll line up for a second down play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Third and short now from their own 48. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. It's first and 10 from the 44-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Brown. And he goes down after making the grab. Picks up a few, but still short of the first down. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains at first down at the 27. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Got a man. It's Moffitt. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Trying to find his man on first down. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Yeah, and that's nice coverage. He's taking a shot, trying to throw the ball to the end zone. Maybe put that thing up a little bit higher where his guy can go up and make a play and come down. But a nice job by the defender just getting his fingertip on the top of the football.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking to throw for it. Getting some heat. And they got him for the sack.
Yeah, and the quarterback didn't have a chance. I mean, when you get to the QB that fast, Jesse, you're still processing information, for goodness sakes.
And you're getting to the sideline whenever this drive is over, and you're asking for help from your offensive coordinator. You're asking, hey, can we slide our offensive line and help out blocking this guy? Can I get a tight end to stay in and maybe get a chip on this dude? Because I'm not feeling too comfortable right now back there knowing that we're trying to only block him with one.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
It's complete to the left. Makes the catch and knocked down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Quarterback checking the play. Wants to throw on third. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Yep, he's going to throw deep right side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. Trying to get to it. He'll pull it down and run. And he gives himself up, but not before he moves those sticks. Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Little touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Blasted as he lets it go. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Seminoles will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And it'll be downed right there. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Shakes off the tackler. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the 1st down. The Sun Devils send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
They line up, and it is a long to the sticks from here. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Quarterback extends the play. Fires to the right. He's got him wide open. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles!
And listen, if I have a playmaker at running back like that with that kind of speed, yeah, I'm going to throw the swing to him too. He drops back, surveys the field. He says, I know my guy can make a play. Gets the ball in his hands right now on the swing. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops calling and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you scored here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Out of the shotgun on third down. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. And the Sun Devils decide to punt it away. Slips through the line. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Finds his man. It's Moffitt. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
He's going to take off. Oh, it's out. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. I guess in this case, the scramble giveth and the scramble taketh away, and the ball was taken away.
And I'm not sure if he just didn't see an open guy downfield or if his receivers didn't do a good enough job on the scramble rule getting open. But at the end, quarterback held on to it way too long. That allowed the defense to catch up to him and create the takeaway.
Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll throw it on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Looking for a huge play. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Got some room to run. At the 30. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. Played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee.
And the Noles will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Pugh. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This time, they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive reason. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. They just got to make more plays.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. Powers through the defender. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Buys a little extra time. And he was winding his way all over the backfield, staying alive, and finally he goes down. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. Got his man. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and it's just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State center.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Unloads to the wideout. And that ball is picked off. Got room on the return. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. First down for this offense. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Fakes his man out. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He'll keep it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
They'll give it to the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. And this is going to be incomplete on third. The Sun Devils line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Makes the tackle at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Feeling some heat. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback checking off. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to move the chains. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
He's looking to throw it. Fires one high and deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And that is just the worst feeling as a wide receiver because you're way downfield, you're ready for the big play, but you're just unable to connect. I'm sure he's going to be on the sideline asking for another deep shot opportunity.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Right down the middle. Complete to the right. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Extending the play. He's going to run it. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back. And they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And And the Seminoles are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Dances away from the heat. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back the pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get popped.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Seminoles. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth.
And you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put 2 hands on the football, lower his shoulder. Second and goal, you don't need third and goal, thanks to the big fella.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. He unleashes a long one. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. Sometimes you're just too open. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here with a big lead in the game. We're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Cantrell. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Sun Devils want to crank the tempo.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The Sun Devils have this offense rolling.
You just hold your breath every time this QB keeps the football in the running game, man. With his speed.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Trying to escape and get it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. On 4th down, going to the air. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares about throwing big? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. The defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Floating away. Lets it fly. Wide open downfield. He'll work his way down to the 28.
A lot of offensive coordinators out there, a similar situation with a lead like this, they'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this year. They're still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Florida State. And the punishment has been extended. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Gonna let it fly. He's got it on the right. He's close. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
And you can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Looking to throw. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, no! And a stomping has commenced. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's got it down the left. Afterburner's coming. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. And the Sun Devils look to do some damage in the red zone. He'll come out throwing on first down. They're bringing heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from.
To the end zone, and is picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Brown has it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.